Malo mo e la maria hueki, pe pe ke tonga mo e pulanko toa mo mea mai ke polkalama whakaleti o ko ia e tonga World News i he whiawhini, he whiawhi pulelulu eni a hua nima a kosu wa awhi ma wataha. Whiawhia pito on taritale leki mo tolu, pia koe ea i he whitu koe ni Seattle, Washington, o ku mama whana pe te kai ke maumomoko. And we are approaching fall right now. Ka kou ilo pe ke mawhana pe whanuani, pia ke lelei pe ai tonga kotoa o ku i he whaha i wahenga koe ni. Koe ai ko mau whiawhia i he whiawhini, o ko whakahoko porokarama tu pia mhokoa ngawe, koe tahinea ko Emeline wha New Day, Pena mau swimming hi ahon na kage maungo lere na mau swimming pa koe ahon ni uma ke lere mai pe uma ke ongoi pe te ke oslere swimming i ko ai tai tale le mo tol kamata ke tau lotu he fia fini ha ki popof kalau mari e pe oska pa fai tau ki lotu pe oska pa te tau hok hokat pe mi ai ko tau ki popo ko atu he fia fini ke tau hi ki tau otoa i he Kakato ho tau lau maari e, pia mo tau atamai, pia mo tau sino kotoa. Kono uhinga koe ulak whekau ia na mahe iki ke tau ofa mau peke te ia. Ngai futai mi koe ni COVID, pia mo e ngahi mahaki o kutoi ma mani kotoa pe, monu ia pe ho tau whanua te kai ke ai COVID-19, pia pe foki mo tapo ko tō pio mamani o kuyai ai po os whakatoka e huhu po ngahi whaito'o ko hono uhinga ko e mahaki ko ni ko os tō fua lahi au pito he uwhanua i ulope pe heke Amerikani mo ngahi whanua keke. Ko iai o ko wongo i pe ko tōn ke tau o atu pēha ki pōpō whakalau maari e whekau aki pe mo e tau tui ke tuku mak pe tau tui malohi pe ke eki whatatau ke tau ki whanua mo e tau lotu. Ko iai, o ko ate ofa ki he tamatui pe he whoki ke tahini koe ni nanas pau u tuku aho ki tonga eiki. Ko tai mini te tau whakaukat lewa tau ki lotu no pe pe tau toki kamata. Tamahi man ko matolweni ko whanau o mau Pono he whawhini ke o ta whakamalo ma whawhita ke te koe kona ui ngā pe koe ngahi tāpuaki, pia mo ngahi mo uilelei, pia mo ngahi whakahauwhi, ko ke o mai ke te mātoro e ngahi whanau e tangata, koe talangata, pia mo e tōno no he ahu katoa pe. Ma kore ke te koe ke tuhiwha lau marimani o ni, ke kau moau, pia mo Emeline e whawhini, i whakahoko e mau polo kalama ko ia a re te o, pia mo e kakai whewhine, pia pehe whoki i he kakai, ngā ue whataki mua, tangata pe whewhine, ka mau ohake e polo kalamani ki ho awhio, ke he tokoni i maua i he ahoni. Ma kore ka tiko i ke tāpua ki kotoa ai ni i o whanonga mai ki he whewhini, ke tau mataha i ono ohake ki tau tolu, pia mo ngahi kore ki he tamaiwani ke o whein ke o mai ha tapuaki pia muha ofa pia muha toni i ki tau tolu ki tau hao me ngai mea o kupoko e whonuani ma kore ngai mea ni hoa fo alo Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
TWN, Tonga World News Radio Station.
Ke lava ke whai atua ia maupolo kalama. O whakahauko atu pe I he pulelulu katoa me Amerika. Koe National Women Leadership. Pe koe aho o ka kai whiwhine. O mautala noa ki he taki lelei ai ka kai whiwhine. Ko au tupo helu pepehe kia Brenda Kongaika mo Emeline lātu whao muni te. Ka iai ha mautaranga whai I he whiawhi koe ni. Whakarea ki mautolu o tua. Whakainasi ai tonga I e tapa ki he ke nau mea mai mea. E tapa ki mautolu I ngai whitu ki he ke ho ki ai ai mau mo ui. Mau kore ni I hua whasi sukalaisi. Ko koe ko mau whaka mo ui. Amen.
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 Malo, ai lele, ai tonga kotobe, mo mea mai me korobe. Pepe he ki tonga, ko mau polo kalamai ni ko e women leadership. Pe ko e national women leadership. O mau fia he ni ke mau whakahoko atu. Ai polo kalama e pōni. Ko e aho watolu e no sune, a pule lulu, a wanoa wataha. Ko e topiki o pōni o pehe, how can we overcome failure? Ko e anga whewhe, ke tau overcome, pe te tau lawai, ai taimi koe o ku tau tōno no ai. Ko e anga whewhe, ke ta lawai, ai taimi o ku tau tōno no ai. Ka pau koe taki ki taua, a whewhine, o kulahi a taimi o ku tau tōno no ai. Pe koe failure i he ta mo ui. Whaka whamiri, whaka society, whaka siasi pa pehe ki whaka whanua. Pa te maulawe atu kia i he pōni, pehe kia kuongo partner, pa koe kau ngā re tio tahine so tia ko Emeline lātu whau mu tau ki o ne tuku ni tei. Pea pehe whoki ki he tahine ko Brenda whanua ko ngai ka.
Ko
I
ia.
he kolo tau ko ia ko ngere ia. Te maulawe atu i he pōni, koe anga whewhe ke tau tu umalohi e ka kaisewhine. O awhiki tau tolu, tau hoko koe taki rerei, i he taimi koe o tau tōno noa. Tuku ha tengia moa, ke mo lawe mai, ke e tau polokalama whaka ofa mo e tō piki whaka ofa i pōkoeni.
Kai kai ngahi replay pe ia Brenda o le o koe he kai pe ke hatai pe ngā loa e.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Pea oku every time you know we ko mai na pene taha ko mama o tai kai ki ngā loa e.
Oh,
Yes, and every time I listen to that, it just make me laugh. Eh? So, he kai ngalo, I le o koe ni pa koe. Ko ngā pēa taha ta programa ke ta hanga continue, I legacy. Pea koe whewhini pa preda o ku hoko atu koe tau programa pēa ka kai ki whine. Ka koe taha ne o whi programa whamui mui mo taua, e programa e ka kai ki whine, ko hingai koe nau mai ki i ai ki whi konga koe ia.
yeah.
Ka koe ka whini o ku te tatara noa peke he leadership, eh?
Okay.
Nai I'm trying to look up nai ai for a quote na hanga ka taha fa ke whiwhine koe o ko whawharangu peke ni ngā mea a Maya Angelou, eh?
Yes.
And one of her quote na whawawha i ai pa na hanga o put up i
Yeah,
he
I saw that. Yeah, I
Yes,
saw that.
and one of the what really stand out to me of Talamai, you can only become truly accomplished at something you love. Eh?
Kaya.
Uh, don't make money your goal. Eh? Instead, pursue the things you love doing and then do them so well that people can't take their eyes off of you. Eh? That was a very big, you know, when I thought of that, it reminds me of Master Helu. Mana tui ko whiwhine na business I pēr alua ene moui. Pēr haua ki mui e konga ene moui. I think na li liu lewa ne fokasi na kaki fokasi a ke pānga. He?
Okay.
Na fokasi a ke give back. He?
Mhm.
And then she brought you and me ki he mea koe ni ai ukuta iai he aho ni. And now, ko pass on ya tu ia, but we can't take off our eyes from what she established with us. He?
Mhm.
And I bet a lot of people now are starting to get to know us. Eh? But I
Yes.
think because like I said, for a quote for our fine, and I thought that to myself. Sometimes I was like thinking, okay, how can I make the money? But now, how can I give back to the people? E au ka tuunga ia, if we're going to do this so well, which I know we are going to, pag taos ya ka tuunga, taulele mai ne foi mahina ne maka alen ke fa, na tau kamata me ahono, Ika ke ngalo tau foi kamata ko ni, na tau kamata ko foi to for ko atui,
Okay.
I can focus ko ne tolu ko atui, ko living healthy, ko healthy living, there more education, there more economic development, But tau lele mai ke foi tolu ko Tau te hanga pe tau to emphasize, you know, I make on that for get to. But at the same time, let's talk about this. I don't know if I had topic you give get that no fini, but when I brought that quote, I think it's important get out realize how tau maho inga kagai fifine pe tau ha ko ni pe tau run with our passion, But at the same time, na whanau ke malanga e Palestine ko li whao ane nai,
Mm.
Ko nane pe ia na kamata mai ka ne malanga. Hai ka tau na ki kamata, I was kind of having a mixed feeling about the malanga. Hai ka ka kene hanga pupu I a leadership ka kai fifine. But towards the end, I mean to the part of the middle of the ene malanga, pa ne hane wa pehe na ia ha tau tak fifine a tau to, pa ne rifea kia Queen Charlotte, Ka, ko takia na da pena lele akia na mo ai otua. So when I start listening to him, okay, now this guy is not is I'm sorry, my phone need to be off. Now this guy was not against leadership in women, but against women leadership ko okay now muy hefulfula. I mean if you're a woman leadership, that's what he against. So now I'm starting to understand it for Malanga. But it was a very beautiful Malanga because henane lave ai ke si toa ai ni kon hon o mai kon kitonga I right kon ka kai fifine me. I know that right of a woman and a right of everybody it's something to embrace. But I met let's say what do you have to have some kind of what is the word I'm trying to get? Guidelines. There has to be something to measure to. You know what I'm saying? Kako tau for Brenda, ko tau tolu ko kau Kristiane tau to. Na tau tupu hake ko Kristiane. And then we have values. Okay? Okay, tau values. I value ko ini. Ko number one values ko tau tupu hake ko family. And family means the mom and dad and the kids. I go family. But we come into the background of tau tu I tohitapu ke tau hoko ia ko tau guidelines ia I mea koe ni koe values, Pea mo mea ko tau uhake koe tau tolu. But I think I just wanted to bring that to you, Brenda. Maybe it's more like a mea ko ton ke the dialogue he whawhini. Angai mea koe na kuhu mai koe he tai ni mi. Pea kumaho inga ka tau tolu as a women, as a leadership, ke tau ila fitu ko tau tuai. What is more important right now to us? Get out. What is really important right now is my soul, okay? Regardless of everything else, like the world is chaos, pamema inga kadao is my soul. Ke mama had ko me mama ko ni, ke mama hokumai, kulava ke ilo ya o kuai hoku place in there. You know what I'm saying? I think everything else is irrelevant to me. But sio pe ke me kon ni na tau experience kon mo master hello. I tell you, God text go now share our text go and then my faith was so strong with that. Cause I'm gonna text my phone when we go down. It was July 10th at 10 o'clock a.m. in the morning, and 10 minutes after 10 o'clock. I got at all, eh? And the only verse that came to mind, I could certainly go back eh? Because for invest ko niyong talamay, o how it develop ha, kita matay, fa'auha, mukay haas. Eh? And I knew right there, that's what the devil was trying to do to her, to kill, steal, and destroy. But I know one thing for sure, kono lang Maria na us matewtewia. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing the devil cannot take away from her. Even though the devil took away, I see it for Madeline, but the devil could not take away Honolang Maria because of what? Hena us matewtew with Finegoni. And we knew that, eh? But I'll give it back to you because I don't want to keep talking. Kako, I think ako mahuinga kita because there's chaos around, you know. Ako felt ang I met ako a lot of people felt like they forced them into something that against their will, you know. But what are we doing in the time like this? Ko fe hope. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'll give it back to you. At the same time, Maya Angelou, if you want to do something, don't do it for money. Do it because you love it, and then do it as the best so people can't get rid of. You know what I'm saying, Brenda?
hear
Now we
you.
start. Now we start putting our name out there. I bet people start talking hanggang palaw ka mas tayo. Kung kikaw pinamanto ko ito katulad ahari, eh? You know what I'm saying? People start talking about us, but what message are we giving to people? We have to give value every week. You know what I'm saying? So I'll give it back to you, Brenda. I bet you have something to add on to what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
No, you oku Maria albito ho respond eh? Kako usanga speaker okhange speaker o free of it Claire. You
Uh,
okay?
yeah, I'm hearing you well, Brenda. Hold on.
Okay. All right, I'm good now. I can't hear it again. I'm
Yeah,
good.
I hear you well, but let me mute mine so I can test your
Okay.
thing. Okay, good. Go ahead and talk.
All right. O Maria pit ho tukumai eh. He kono uhinga koi for statement Maria ia ai afifine uri ko ni. Pe ko to ta fo ken me hange pe ha mentor ki he to ta fifine ko to pe because all her ko ni ngahi e kinaki ko o mai i ni u tohi ko ni u malanga pe ko hani u ko ne faria ko he kolisi mo me ko ya is always revert ke he biblical right biblical scriptures kag mari ne rea ko no inga Emeline ka pau pe ko tau shoka ka ki tau tolu ka kai meitonga ko value ia mahana o se establish pe ia mahino pea koe ka pārewa o ku tau whenga ke tau ihe lakanga whakataki mua. O moni au pito hoko e tohi matoru ia pe koe tohi tapu, koe guideline ke a ki tau tolu. A ki tau tolu pe o tau lava o deeply accepted pe a ako ki ai pe a follow, Ka koe ni ke whokia o they don't, right? Ka koe mea mahuinga ko o ko mau ki ho o ko share ko he whiawhini. Ko au ia ko shio koe ni ki he value ko te hanga o set ki ta ki ai as you're growing. Me he young child to an adult, now you're going to, to be aged, right? O ke more mature angi, more wiser angi. Pag te toi whakamanamana tu pepo ngahi lelei o ku te tuwhi as you're journeying along the way ihe tau pehepe. You're not selfish. Hange ko lau ko mea peke tokan ko ki ai is your soul. To me, kapau te establish pe au my family Ke hoko e koe concept e mo ui i he mamani koe ni. So koe circle ko family, if it's strong enough to be an example to others, pia tau whipikinima i he ngahi faith, because ngahi mooni ko ya, I'm sure we could become a circle of everything to become better. Because individually, of course, we all want to be individually important. But how do we do that and tell other people? Ihe aho ni. Ko tau value ko watu mihile teo every evening a different title, ko different uhinga pe o tau watu ki he kakai, they're listening. O kai ke mahina ka tau tau pe te nau compare ki tau tau to ko uhinga pe tau whi toko ni ko uhinga ko kakai Kristiana ki tau tau pa kai malohe tau tui pa ko haisias tau kawe. I don't know. Kako concept akuline, I am all into the family concept. Ko te ki o whaki ai whanau he nau iki. Ia mahino le maia o kute o mai whanki whanau ko ni to better people in the community. Then the community build up the population of society, good society. Society becomes better people in the whole world. Ka koe concept ko tau tau mitonga, oku mahal ko pehe koe guideline mahu inga taha ia ko hinga koe na tau tupu lotu hake pe tau tau. Pea guard it, pea guide it, pea toi taha koe ngahi tauhi ai matua, you could never ignore them. You carry it with you. Pea koe whanonga koe ki hange koe malanga koe ni ai toke tā ai whaiwhikau koe na ke lau. You know, Emeline, kai kia mea turn me off. Iha whanonga iha lecture, aha taha, pe koha lotu, pe kai koe lau ke lotu, ka koha taha malanga against women excelling within their own lives to become somebody in their own mindset. Now, uhinga pe to become a better mother, a better person. Ka turn off apitawia kahanga taha suppress kita as a woman. But I can see why you want your soul to be saved. So when you get there, ka ko hange pe ko kuongo e aku hange whakaloloma ke te au te koen ke whiri, whai koen e whiri November. O ku alope taimi me ofi mai ko e whiri. Mo tawo ngo te kei apito pe hange ngau we e nau mindset ki he kakai whiwhi ne o whiri koen wharearea up in November. They don't tell them ka ku asia he nau whamalanga. You know. That's all I have to say. Concept be a family setting.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, family is so important, Brenda. And for me, you know, when it comes to people with agenda that they suppress the family values, I'm going to change is about going back a little, Brenda. You don't have to be. You don't have to have many people. Change can start with you. I shared that with my brother this morning that Mr. Elia. And there was something that they were like his job. Kabahe kaiken na huhu, he's gonna lose his job. And what I share with him is like this. You know, if this is against your conscience, pray about it. Pray about it, and at the same time, ask the Lord to give you the strength, because change is start from you. Change doesn't start from anybody else. Okay, it starts from you to make a stand, and when you make a stand, and Dr. Ray, it's very important that people educate themselves first to make a better decision. When it comes to women and the leadership, the change starts from you. Okay, change doesn't start from anybody else but yourself, because one person can change the world. By you making that choice yourself. Kagu mau inga ke tau whanongo ki tau whakaukau. But don't let people bully you, the way I look at it. And don't let anybody, you know, uh, everybody else's opinion, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ke hape ho whakaukau, pe hape ho mea ko ke ilo, koe o hange ko lau koe Mother Teresa, at the end of the day, koe relationship mau inga ta hape, ho relationship koe mai otua.
Mhm.
Ka relationship ya ko mau inga. Pagapau ko relationship koe mai otua, oku all this stuff is against your conscience, don't don't go, you know, don't support it. Okay? Kaya nga ko so ko ako kiai. Kagu, but it's all come down to leadership. It's all come down to leadership. Kage kete o kumahu inga ko knowledge is important. O kumahu inga ke tau wako, pa tau ilo, pa tau whaile wa ngahi whiri o totono. Uh, but today when it comes to women, hange ko lau, we are strong women. Ka hinga ko na tau how come together. Ka kumahu inga ke tau share values, pe mau inga ke ilo he ta ko toa pe. I I'm hoping I go okoe. You know, we here. I think for me, we're here to empower people, empower others. Because of what we do, and I don't know. I just look at you and me sitting in there with that background on us at Double World News. We're on the top of the world. I tell you right now, but we're so humble to be chosen.
Yeah.
Just that logo alone, it's we have a reputation to live up to. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Uh, but hanga ko tala tau programa fa fini Brenda ko tala no ai ni o programa ko ni o leadership. Kakamara tu fo kina ta kamata mai ake ki programa ko ni ki mua pe ta ha ko no fe tau la ki ko mo basta helu pe oku mahu inga. He ko programa ni na tau fe tau la ki ai. Pe koe programa ni o fumau inga o pita programa ka kai fine ke da hau hoko atu pe he wike katoa pe
That's right. That's right. Ko mea mahu inga na e hoko e aho ni. Ko pehe koe oku in the leadership program that we're in, oku selfie at the move ko toa pe, how we project ourselves outside of our comfort zone, you know. Ka
yes
koe koe aho ni. I want to share something that was very important. Uh, three, uh, three of us sisters came together unexpectedly this morning. Okay. And so, ko tahini lahi au pe hok pa au pe ko tahini sisi. Ka ko au mo ki tahini sisi I o kuma I seem to be a good example to her and another little sister down, hey? Kag mawhina whinga ke figure out how we are going to make it smooth pe moe tahini koni okulahi, right? We never had any time to discuss this. This topic never came out. And so as we got together this morning, we shared some very deep information between us growing up.
go
Eh?
yeah
And you know, when I listened, I put on my matured leadership role as a young sister, but I felt like I should come out and be the leader and say what I need to say, get the konike, what she was saying. So I asked her, tell me, you seems to not liking me when I was young. And I want to know why, because I know I've never done wrong to any one of you. You know, this is what I said very humbly, Kiai. But I'm glad you're saying what you're saying, and I'm not going to disclose that, right? Kakoy koy ngahi
Right.
balancing beya or negative, more positive, more wah wah in the middle of it, and all that. But the fact that I ask you to please bring it out so we can discuss it, so clear the air, and then we become good women instead of not knowing who we are as we parted each ways, which a lot of families, like that. And I'm just speaking for mine. So we did came to an understanding, very emotionally set, and a beautiful, beautiful conversation. And only because me and my little younger sister put our ears out, our listening skills on, and listen very intensively. But she was able to pour out years of frustrations, years of not sharing her feelings. And I think this is not just for sisters. This should be for friends. You know what I mean?
Yes.
This should be for people that you meant to say something to them. Mantu e whakataha koe kautonga, o pepe kakaya upu, kai mua mo lau lau noa.
Oh yeah.
Now throw in au ngahi lea, ta e tokanga,
Oh yeah.
whanga
Oh yeah.
whatapu. Pe o kai ke nau toka i mai nau tori a ko hai e kau vai vai ke nau ta utuangi, E pehe mai pehe fine e ta. Tukuna ia nau tori a nau mi mate nau to. Like very strong
That's very sad,
opposition.
huh?
Very sad. Ka tapo ko ta tala noa e fia fini.
Her leadership.
It meant something big for others, He ku oko sio na sio he porokalama e kakai fifini because our program is about women in leadership. Kako kakai fifine ko ni May Tonga have not been in America long. Kako now project now to in a very negative, un-Christian way. Ihelea, my projection, pia my example, pia my ikai ke apa ta. But how level lea ko na ai fefine ko ni Angelo, oku
Maya.
Maya Angelo, oku mooni au pita. Kapara ka tau loto ke tau move move forward and above anything else in this world. Let's not think about money.
Yes.
It's not all for the money.
No.
It's all for the fact kapag ko get compassionate about being a
Yes, what you do.
paifikao.
Right.
Do it with all your might so
Yes.
that you become a star that shines and shine the whole world. You know,
Right.
kapag kepehe ko hatokta koi, act like a doctor. Eh? O
Koya.
what te ke dokta pa ke alu ko counsel e kakai ke now go against the king,
Koya.
And ko ngahi me ai nia o mahu i ngai ke whanonga e kakai whiwhine tō ngā ki ai. Pe o whakaoli le vai e pehe mai. Na ia e whiwhine Palestine whine ofa. Na e hā muhana e kau he tong tupe. I mean, we are littering this media platform mo ngahi me ape o kukai ke mahino ki he mindset e tonga, kai mea o mahu inga ke o atu i he platform koe ni. O
Koya.
kai mea o tonu ke awe ki he trash can. O
Mm.
kai e mea o tonu ke te pū ke loto, ke te ofa, pa te lea aki. Paka te alu ke kakai, people respect you. You have to earn the respect. Don't come to the radio and try to earn it by saying something which you're not. You are not. You know what I mean?
Koya. Brenda, ako kay umay I met ma inga ho tara no ko na. Ola ki pe ta di fita ki po la na ki fai mo tehina ho ta ke tem ho tehina. But
Yes.
but what really happened this morning when I listened to you, kumuhanga clear the miscommunication in the past. Eh?
Yes. Yes.
That is very important ke me akon ko leadership. Eh? Ko
Yes.
tawa ko ke tunga leadership. Kung mana to ilalay back in the days when I first came to this country, amake na ngawe mo
Yes.
ya. Pero for ilan na talamay ka daw, I assume, eh? Don't ever assume anything because it's just
Yes.
as you and me gonna be
Yes.
end up like, you know,
Yes.
gonna be the one that gonna end up like eh? Uh,
Yes.
whatever whatever it's gonna come back at you and bite you. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Karon time
You're
life og
making.
yes, karon time life og etaw siblings, but etaw relationship ko with others, ko miscommunication at atape eh. Ang
Yes.
kifakawkawat ko ya nakakisaya ho tao kete ya ko I bet she said something this morning they say, oh, I didn't know that. I'm pretty sure it was you assuming her. But I guarantee you, it was not her intention at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kaya
Yeah.
mahu inga kita hanga or clear the air and make sure that communication, ulagi, is honest. Eh?
Yes.
You know, you and me talk about a little bit about that this morning. I mean, I'm going to go honest communication.
Yes.
Okay? I mean, honest communication is so important, you know. But maingay get order that me when it comes to myself, kung may anda maupe na wako, I will never hold on to the ball when it comes to my end. Katumay hafatongia gatiao, ko pau can make sure
It's
I take
done.
responsibility.
Yeah.
I am accountable for that, and I'll make sure that I'll give the ball back to whoever that person is. I always make sure the ball don't sit with me. You know what I'm saying? Ko phone aku. I always take accountable and I always take responsibility of what given to me. Kagu, but then we'll come back from that one. He ho la ve kon ke me kon yo ko tau. Ve I have mega Facebook. But then there is something that I noticed. Ko tawa pita to ke kuonga. Kua ke fa mo ni la ito hitapo. Ko ye ne ko via ko lele. Pe ho ko lele ko ko. Eh?
Yeah.
He ko tau sio ta to popular ang ko via he Facebook ka mo me. Eh?
It's
People who come
viewed.
out and yes,
It's
people who come
viewed.
out and trash are the one who have more followers. But I'm not gonna ever so gay. Ko tawa ta to ka kuonga. Ko ho ko via ko lele. Pe ko ale lele ya ko. Eh? But at the same time, for me, I don't entertain the coffee. Eh?
Yeah.
Meaning, I don't give like manatu inang if to parang ko friend. Akuma in a business what do you call that? Every time of my work ki group ko business association nanetara mai ka me ko ni. Never entertain any don't give life to anything that you don't want to, meaning
To be part of.
do not yes, do not circulate. Get out. Number one, I don't listen to those garbage in the Facebook. Number two, I do not circulate them because if I circulate them, I'm giving life to them. You know, that's why
Yes.
I never circulate it. Anything that it comes, I know is not worth my time or anything. Aku tengah fikir we life if you gonna go delete lah. Tengah fikir fano ka na video. I tell you that it's because I got my mind. Okay, I got my mind. I do not want any of her trash to come into my life, and I got my mind by not listening to any of her stuff, and I got myself. They're gonna hinga go malu iau ow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I do not want to circulate that because I do not want to give life to whatever she does. Because for me, she's a criminal. For me, she's like, that's the people who are trying to get people's money. And we know in this country, you have to have investment and you have to have with under the SEC, you have to have some kind of license in order for you to promote money. You know what I'm saying? If you ask people to give you money and you get a return, that is an investment thing right there. And if you don't have a license to have an investment, you have no right to ask people for any money. You know what I'm saying? So except unless if you are non-profit and you can ask people to donate for your good cause, but for you to ask people to give you money and you give them back something like that. But I'm coming back to leadership here, Brenda, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Our leadership of why I trade, you know, and this is straight talk with women, you know, of why I trade get the ma okay leadership. Now the line I'm out in going communication, eh?
Mm-hmm.
But the line for me, I don't entertain people that come up with something that don't don't give life to anything that okay useful because the
Right.
more you circulate it, the more you give life to that. He's gonna be like scamming more and more people all the time. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So, but I'll give it back to you because that's my little. And adding to what you just shared with me, because it's all about women and leadership. Pero tu
Yeah.
mahal pe bumayo figure ada for first ka wa for first ako ke fakaw ke Brenda let me know. Otherwise I'll just
Yeah.
find something, eh?
Okay. Koe sai, koe hoka den ke konga koe uh,
Popo
just
tala no ah.
communicate. Yeah, we just communicate. And you know the beauty of it?
Uh-huh.
Koe rea koe na whai he tahi ne lahi.
Go yeah.
I never would say I hate you. I never should say that I was mean to you. I was your mom when you were a little baby. I
Ha.
was the mama. She was saying something about she raised me and my little sister and she was the babysitter. And she
Okay.
said, and then this is what she said that really molded me to a stop, like chill stop. She said, "You are the most beautiful little baby, and I always loved you. I give you a bath. I always hugged you because you never cried. I would oil you down, and I just love your skin." This is what she was saying, and I was so emotional that I went all head.
That's interesting, huh?
Yeah. And then my little sister came in and she said, "But why did I have the scar on the side of my eye?" That she goes, I would not answer that you didn't have that when you were a baby. So she was saying she was like 9, and when she comes from her school, she makes our little food. So she was playing dolls with us.
Mm.
And when we grow up to be, she said, you grow up to me be more beautiful and I feel like a little grandma. This is, like she's so, but the communication is so important, you know and then don't assume. So you're right
Yes.
about that.
Yes. I I
You're
learned that
making, yes, you're making an ASS out of you
out
and
of
me,
you and
right?
me. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. And that's a very good word to the point.
Yeah.
Kaku,
Never
kaku,
assume.
yeah, never assume. Kaku Maria pe Emeline, because oku okay mahuinga o whai ai koe a tala noa koe ni ki he tau pepe o kuiai ho mo oni au never ever go into the edge of the hole pag ilo te ke tō ai just because you're listening to this garbage. I had a different thinking process about it. He kono nga because I'm a counselor in trade, right?
Right. Right.
And counseling people that are like this, oku use en autoluia I empower ko tau watu to take advantage of the weak ones. take advantage of the disadvantages. Pea koe mea rewe o ku hoko. O ku lele e tau watu koe ni me platform koe ni, because it goes globally, you know. Pea o ku tau whita koe ni a ki hange koe malanga koe na asiana towards the end of his malanga. Kuni o hake kakai whewhine to a point where he feels really good about them being in leadership.
Right.
Ka krea kakai ia o kunau very, very forward a pito pegi nau doria. Why would you want to wear the pants, like you said two nights ago? You know,
Yeah.
why would you want to wear the pants? You know, and they get very, very angry about it. You
Yes.
know, but I'm glad a small percentage o tau tautonga, o tau kei puke hangahi lelei, pia mo hangahi mea whakakaristiani, tau pepe ko hangahi koloa lelei a tau tolu, tau lava tu whaki.
Mahalo tabiata for Ifasi. I know
Yes.
Tuimana is one of your favorite kahafai. I could just pick anything, yeah?
Ai whase o seas ni me tolu.
Okay.
Yeah, tu mana whase o seas ni me tolu. There's an uncle of mine.
Okay.
Kako sai e fofo anga a Frisco.
Kona don't know Hiwai.
Yes.
Okay. I think I found it. Okay.
Hange pe ko tu mala.
Go yeah. Well, we're back. Back with Lulena, Wanima o Agosi. Wana wataha, ka tau proklama e whawhini, ka proklama ia o e kakai whiwhine, whakataki mua. And Pau Emeline, whaau muni te, pēr mo co-host me Seattle.
Brenda Tongaika.
We just have to constantly remind people that we're here and we're hosting it. Anyway, the whaki mai ki he e tā popolawe koe ni ki he mea koe ni o mahu inga ai whakataki mo ai kakai whiwhine
Yeah.
Pea ko tui pea ia hangi ka tatano nai Brenda mahu inga communication ni pea tā ia ngai for trait o e pea hangi ko lawe koe nai ai mahu inga ke hoko ai tuhi tapu ko te kāpasa ia i he te tataki koe ni ai mea ke te hoko ko hataki, he?
Yeah.
Ko tui, ko inga pe he ko tau tolu na tau tupua ke he whakaristiane, pea ko tau tolu, na ia tau ngahi values, Pea ko tui ko mahu inga ke iai ke hoko ai tuhi tapu ko mea ke te fua tau ke e te mea ko tau pe whai, he?
Ko ia.
He ko inga he ku, you know, everything else out there, it's people can claim everything, but
Yes.
you have to have something to measure to, eh?
Yes.
Eh? E rā ka whai mea mau pe ko whaalawe mau pe ki ai, ko tonga whoki, e tau tupu hake, o ki ai mau pe ai ki ape wai nau ki whangapuaka, eh? Pea ka tau whangapuaka whakaitonga, Cái time pe ko ku tu kwang e mai ai. Ko e funky man mau mau Ko la wa ka nga pe ni ku na ho ma ka ko here aku what I'm trying to say there's boundaries life should be have boundaries pag
Koe.
fatata mahina ko yaw ki fa po ka ko time ko tu ko na do go he for o ka na mau mau ena to but when there are boundaries so now ki ho na tu ko ko ne how much pe fa po ka Faka au ki kolo ko ya mo me ka to ko ya. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to bring it to in perspective, ko daw mo uwi, o kuton ke ya boundaries. And ko boundaries ko ya, ko daw me afu daw daw ko to hitapo. Ayan hay me iya ita tanga tayo lele. But is it according ke to hitapo? Ko hala we to hitapo ke me ko ya. Pero daw boundaries ya ko ang ko so ko yang daw mo uwi. Kaya te au ya as a taki of fine te whenga mau pe au ke fuatau tau e mea kotoa pe. But remember, freedom is given to us, but kia te au, the real freedom e tau tau hi lao. Wange pe ko tau whaori ko he hala. Ko tau lele pe ko lele mama kula kula, e hoko kaki ngata pe ma e te tikite, e hoko exiteni, e hoko ngai mau mau. O mau inga, ke tau fuatau tau e mea kotoa pe ke tau moui. Anga ko iksio ko a koe, e whiwhine taki mua. But at the same time, o ku whema ke o te tau entertain e kovi. Let's not entertain e kovi. Ka wā mea te seo kia o ku kovi. Let's stay away from it. He ko
Right.
inga he ko kia lele ia e mau me ai. E ko tau mo iu ton mau pe ke tau langa ha ke mau pe. You know, me, I only like to want to entertain something to build up. You know, I don't like to entertain anything that will destroy uh, not only my life or others. So, but that's for me. That these are traits of a good woman leadership. I mean, just for me, but I'm not sure. You know, let me dialogue with you to see how you gonna react to what I'm just sharing with you. You know.
Koe, you know, Emeline, we can't um, we can't preach the world any more than we have been. Hey, ayanga koni ita believe what we believe to be the best for a woman. Eh?
Yes. Yes.
Hanga pa ko lawa ni na ko change shall come about on your own accord. O ko
Yes.
kai ke pehe ke change ko ia about free right that I be we have change.
Go
No.
ahead.
But change is a big task for a person. Eh?
Yes.
First, you get to know yourself really well. Get the ilo who you are. Eh?
Go ahead.
Second, kaya hamia ako kay goal kaya, it better be a good thing for
Yes.
goal. Eh?
Yes. Go
Kaya
ahead.
ka firma ke hoko ko to tahalita. You have to o te ilo be you're not perfect, but along the way hangi ko lau, you need to project yourself in accordance ki ho values. He kai ke ha o pehe ko koe koe ha muha ka o sanga ko time pe ko o ku ke lea ai pe ku ke lea ta e ofa pe ku ke critique ha taha. You come very strong. People can see a different picture of who you are, right? Kako mea ia o ku maria i tau tau tonga. We can never say enough. That's the word. We can never say enough of how good when you become a leader. But go ilo ipiawi kakai. You know, men, Tongan men, oku appeal ganador kakai go in good leadership role. Kakai fefini, you know.
Go ahead.
Okay, respect una wangi ganador.
No, go ahead.
Are we okay?
No, we're okay. I'm just trying to test the sound, but we're good. No
Yeah.
worries. Go ahead,
Okay.
Brenda. Sorry about that.
No, that's okay. Kageta imia oku okay kakai na usia ka kataha o in competition mo nautol. Ia nautol pe na assumption. O nau pe ko to ta ko no pu mai o lele. She's a woman, not only that, she's smart, not only that, she's very politically influenced.
Uh-huh.
Pero taha, I feel like I would fail if she runs. Pero hangarewa o use on power que depress it o taha ko ni from running. Okay? Kako mea ko hangep ke okay equality okay o mai ke ako ke to taha ko to be how to step up. Ignore anything that you know that would influence you you know otherwise.
Kaya.
Lere pe ko ho leini pe ke focus pe o te ke to sio ko ki mui. You know,
Kaya.
you're just making a decision that you're moving forward and you will be forward in ever, you know.
Can you hear me better, Brenda?
Yes, I hear
Or
you.
am I echoed?
Okay, ko echo mai, ko echo.
No, I'm hearing you okay from my end. Anyway, uh, Kaya. So that's important, Brenda. At tara no he fini ke leadership ka kai fini ba ngai trade ko mau inga ke ka kai fini. At the same time, o ko ke po pe ya ke lele ha fini ke farele he gwa ngai issue ya fe ma ya ke ha ka ni. O fe ma ya ke address, Um, and na ula me foki au ki mu atu. Ka konga lahi foki na kawa he kau whiwhine na kamata mai ai sotia, Na
Yeah.
ihe to au hono tolu. Ka nau
Right.
ihe wa au e computer for whiwhine he wa ai computer. Hono kamata mai kane computer. But I tell you, there were so many times I felt suppressed because of as just being a woman,
Mm.
Ke te awia na kai ke wa sia e awia e kunga he tau mua koe na whima o koe ke sotia. It's just because I'm a woman, Ka kono kovia koe o e tau pehe koe taim whaka ma te whana te kei whuke na ki haha molofia ke kau ka kai whine sotia,
Mm.
But it took like almost 30 years for the military to start recognizing women leadership. O a wen kuai tunga kuai ta a whiwhine officer, Ka back in the days, nakaya hawhiwhine officer ya, Pero nakaya hangofua ke mau i he tawhaaki ko ia. Ka kia te au ia, many of the things that was my me aia koe na nehanga ko take me to resign me sotia, because for me I was not only so gifted i he poto, pero na o sia e au ia ai tuunga ia. I felt like I was suppressed in many ways. For example, Ben, Nanafide Natoloke about computer. And computer was so new at the time. This you talk about this is 85, okay?
Mm.
Kako yeah, now to okay computer because I was the top of my class.
Mm.
Pero awa to okay computer. Causing let it okay. Ngata anga ko class ko na now offer my katao. And then I start ko boring. Ai ko toksio ko Amerikani tani mi. Ko fai ko ka ore ka ko o ku na wa ko o diagnose ko ADD or
That's
ADHD.
the
Eh?
yeah.
These are the kids are so advanced with their brain and they start getting bored and then you need to start
Easy.
looking for something to them. I was ADD or ADHD at the time, because when I was young I only let you class katon and I'll make it there. I get bored, Kada kai whaka nā te lama na toke na hanga advance me. Pero me lama na whai, alawa apply ke ki department ni taha, Ko atua ke communication department ni, ala apply The next thing I know, tamai palangi, okay, you got it. The next thing I know, I got a call, sorry, you need to go back to the computer department, Pero ka
They do it
tunga,
like
wai
it.
white man go RO, and I'm sharing this because this is what happened when they suppressed me, eh? Because I was so like would be so advanced back in the days. We're talking about 85 here. Now, as in white man with a routine order for RO. Kaya ako to kaya monitor ko to pe the hanga is more like a hange hamau paper, like a newsletter, eh? O to here I met ko to pe o hoko ko hello tonga ai tap he a week. To here ka kai go ke transfer my department ke alu gai me fitu. So they were already on routine order or RO me ke alu ke Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And guess what? The next thing I was told, no, you can't go to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. You need to stay here because ko alu ko ya olama Ministry of Foreign Affairs ka identify tawag. But those kind of things were so discouraging to me. You know what I'm saying? It was so discouraging to me to the point I resigned the military. Taga ko resign ni, na resign niya wiya ko hinga ihe ula ki whainga mani e pena e tuku mai ki resign niya ko cut e mau budgeti, eh? Pe atu ko koe uwhaile ia, there's so many people resigned on that opportunity because in a cut the budgeti pe sete tahan nima. Pe tamane e mau pure, okay, ko koe pe ke whina whasotia, I want you to send in resignation, eh? Kaule au ki whaile au ki tohi au ki ai. Because I was so bored, I tell you, I was so bored. Because I already reached the top of the computer department and I don't know what else I need to do, eh? Pero algo ke u department ko ke algo jay o tamay pe ke foki pe ke ba computer, eh? But for resigning ko ya, nakinatali na to, nakitali pure. There were only 2 files that was not approved by the boss at the time. One of them is mine, eh? Pero we live out here office pure, and the pure gave me a 10-year plan. At the time, I was only 20. I have no clue what I was doing. I have no idea what the boss is having for me. But I look at it, it was like a 10-year plan. That is too long for my life. You know what I'm saying? And then I sent a second resignation. But the reason why I share this Brenda, as a woman, and I was so suppressed in that one. Eh? I was so advanced, I tell you, I was so advanced in many other men in there, even the officers. I could have been one of the top, officer at the time. Eh? But because uh, I was so suppressed as a woman, nagage wa usia ang hitaw mo ako na don ke wa usia eva I saw tia. Eh? But now we can see the opportunity is given to the women. Kinawa ang nga officer, but it took them like 35 years. Why take so long? Why took them this long to give the women this opportunity? Eh?
That's right. That's
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It took them 30 some years to finally give the women the opportunity. Kinawa siya ay officer. Eh? So.
That's right.
Yes, sweetie. Bye. Love you. Good night. My 5-year-old saying goodbye. Have a
Okay.
good night, sweetie. But anyway, kaya nga ko ni programa ko ay me ko kay fifine mo me ko
Yeah.
ni ko suppress kita og fakatuta, eh?
Yeah.
You know?
Yes. Yes. O pehepe, nagemana tu ipe ai anga ko ni ko no. E te ngā oe koe ni i he pule anga kange pia koe time pe promote ai kita. Pa o kake lota kakai tangata ia ki ai ke te Algaha non-traditional leadership program te nau ansa ka koe. They write grievances, they write grievances against you saying women cannot go in there and try to manage the parks or go out to the waters, to the sea, and try to. I go lawe paka monosivi. How many for ifingota you are supposed to take from the beach? Eh?
Right.
There are a certain uh, part of the program women like to get out and breathe, get away and breathe and go to the park or go to the waters or go on the ferry. But there are men's traditional men's jobs. So you're not looking at competing with men and pulling the ropes, all that. But the siya get na mo oni, right? Kaya nga fu nga wala. Oh boy, kagatay mina the seal. There are women in all non-traditional men's world. Ingawi. The silk bridges, there are women climbing up those, posts. The silk kakay fifine everywhere. Aya ko pe ya. There is no use ke kakay tangata ke na hangaw ta ofi ki tau to mi tau finga ke mi tau finga ke ho tau loto mo tau atamai. Kapag straight up competition na kanauto, then they should accept you. Should accept when men and women wear the same pants. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not hearing you.
I'm sorry. But I think but I think for Tonga it's also something has to do with the culture.
Yes, yes.
Matifo tautolu forget na haki tautolia women are more taboo he feitu kotoa pe
Yeah.
kufa apa ita to ka kai fifine he
Yes.
feitu kotoa. But at the same time ko sotia fokia na kake ko tamu ka sotia ya ki he ka kai fifine was only for administration,
Mm.
Pe matu ko mai mo pe atama going to ponima,
Go ahead.
But it was never. It's just for the women to be beautiful, So no,
Que no
seriously,
mo
Na fema pe ke fa beautiful pe ta mai fine ya e pro ke pe ka sotia. Pe ang pe ka na tolia ai ngai fa office,
Like duties, yeah.
Yes, kana ka ke fu ko tu ya na ka ke hapalani ya. There was no long-term plan. I think they put women in there without a plan, No, seriously, I
Without a
mean, that's how I
goal.
look at it. Without a goal of
Yes.
how this woman, but then too bad there was women who came in there like myself, was so excel in
Yeah.
advance
Yes.
to a point that I dominate the men's, what do you call
Well,
that? The men's world,
yes. Oh my goodness.
Kagoy, of quite for me at that go mana tu le lepe.
Okay.
Ka time ko to pe o ale ko pule ki he ta fa ki ko eletio. O de ui mau pe au ki ai,
Yes.
Ka time ko to pe fa ye he pule hani nga awe ta pe ki po te ko at defense. I will be the one who take over in a secretary,
Right.
Pe ko mana tu ya ye na de ui mai au he ata. Matu ko time for ko time ko fa I pat seti,
Right.
The forecast Malevaya Cow, there's 2 weeks I wanted to work with me for the budget.
Yeah.
Kakameta na ufaya area not knowing. He didn't know that I did this. He didn't knew that I already did something in advance. Kakameta ko wako ko upolkama. Alawi to my old budget. However, for who I was doing the Lotus 1, 2, 3. Remember
Oh,
the Lotus
remember
was
Lotus.
yes,
Oh,
Lotus
yes.
was one of those what do you call
Yes.
that?
The original
Yes, it's more
program.
like the
Yeah.
Excel back in the days,
Yes.
I mean Excel now, I go Lotus. Os hanga awe kaki ha e pure ila na os hanga awe whaka hu. I budget ka so ke Lotus because I was playing around with Lotus and I was trying to find something to work,
Yeah.
But when I went back they remind me there were going to be 2 weeks that I would be working with him, and he asked me that I wanted to help me put the budget in the computer, not knowing that I already put the budget in the computer. But I said okay, and then I walk away from him, and then 2 hours later I brought the budget to him, and he
Mm.
was and I but like how
So
about at
you're
the
the
first.
smart kid around the block.
Yeah, how about I like to like print out the.
Hmm.
I need 3 of this, But what I did, Brenda, I went back and copy my file into 3 different names, same file. And then I edit according to what he wanted me. And then I came back and present him 3 different budget. I tell you, he asked me for 2 weeks. The job was done in less than 2 hours, eh?
Wow.
Because and that's how impressed he was with what I did. But that's what I did back in the days. Kung nagpahalo computer, fahu ka doy budget, fahu ka doy personal information I so yeah. And then the next thing I know, every officer from every department are coming to me to get a list of their personnel. Eh? O siyang out fahu ka doy computer. Eh?
Kaya
But
nagihoko ko data entry.
yes, at the same time, I was like a
Operator.
data analyst. I was also, it's just because I was bored and that's nothing I do other than I go and bring in the stuff and put it into the computer, you know?
Right.
But that's like forward thinking though, eh?
EO.
And
Look at
then
you now.
that's,
Did
yes, and
they
that,
know that that they had a technician very very well marketed in the web platform?
but it's nothing. I'm not bragging about this, but I'm
No,
sharing
you're not.
what I'm doing. I'm sharing how women being suppressed, and then at the same time how you can be come out of that without have to be like what do you call that? Oh, how could we get the depressed right? But you know what I'm saying? I still came out
Yeah.
victoriously. Yeah,
Yes. Kapag kayo don't you get the fear
right.
about the challenge hataha, get same job title, especially men. I really think women can try to do the men's anything without without trying que fraita now though, it's a world of new innovative trades, new business, new step onto, you know. We don't have to fear that. Because me appeal fear women because they can now feel like they measure up to them, you know. Yeah.
I'm so grateful that we have a foundation here, Eco ID. It's all started back in the military, yeah?
Yeah.
You talk about this is 85, this is
And in Tonga.
1985.
And in Tonga,
And
Tonga
it
is
was
so
in
advanced.
Tonga.
Yeah.
Right. But that's the beauty about the, you know, the opportunity that I was given back in the days, eh? I mean, tahaya ko Maria na umay, and that's something that I was so grateful for. Bago kay ako nga pikadewa may kitay ko niya. But at the same time, as a woman, I could have done more. Eh? But because of just being a woman, I was not. I was like to me, na lahi nga matapana tapon ka diyaw, eh?
Oh,
And,
I see.
and I was like saying to myself, "Hange pe ke kwangani, ke kakay fifine." Don't get discouraged if a lot of doors are closed to you. Just always try to excel, but I'm pretty sure there are many ways you can find yourself to excel, eh?
Yeah. Oku Maria apito nga disclosure line. E kono inga pag-ilo line ko kasi tala no ape hataha just to get ahead of things, eh? Is important. Kaya whanonga ko ha to taha oku experience and the hearing skills but when they take in ha sharing point hataha. You never know. They always try to bring a positive light into the conversation. Eke atu, why are you sitting what you're doing for this long? Why don't you snap out and apply for it? You always kamea oku ya ye pere a kia ye aka paparangi. O ton mau pe ke te ofi ki he kakai o nau excel i he me a kotoa pefka ngawe. Eh?
Yes,
They're
yes.
going to now still go ke skillful that you have a lot of skills and experiences behind you they will boost you. You know, they will boost you up just
Right.
to make sure que feel like what the algorithm, the paycheck, it's you're working your worth and you earn it all the way. You know, you can't work and get underpaid on a job, you know, pwede tauto I pay, you know, no. You need to excel. Yeah, you're right about that. Mhm.
That is so true. That is so true. About yung about pick the Excel eh.
Mm.
Malo by pick it on gata for hivata. Kaya may osit the timing. Uh,
Kaya Los Alio, J-Boy, Falemata.
okay.
Kaya ko ati que nongo iko ton que algo que lo tua pong pong.
Oh no, that's fine, Brenda. I think I can handle that. If I was able to handle the Tonga military, I can handle that.
I think so.
Tao pa ka master hello eh.
Yeah. Mhm.
Uh, uh, oh what?
What?
Lo salió todo toca new lao ko e kukolo o iawe hoto fakabo así eterno muy ofalodo si uelie o emanadu kuono foia itu angalu olo vetitu hetau kagapa koelo sekoe hoku ofaama mafua ayata peaneu ui pe kisi ohingoa pe inofoa kau foki omohe manadu maiki ako foi kukuvalu amusi amu ae mulidua okune mamata si ofotuma lau aituni engata afe
Malo, malo.
Hello. Ang okay mo.
Oh, Brenda, you can unmute yourself. Sorry. So- but anyway, kalau tahu program ay kung o si tahu timing, tapi tahu mi teh ofol ko au Emeline fa au ni teh from Seattle, Washington.
And this is Brenda Kungaika from the Seattle, Emerald City of Seattle. Yeah,
Yes, the
Washington.
Evergreen State, Kalau
Mm.
tahu program ay ihe fefine ka program ay kakay fefine mo tala no na tao mai ay mau inga ngahi ke hoko ay fefine ko takimua ke tau ay ngahi trade ko na talabi ki ay o
Right.
labi mai kan ke communication ni labi mai kan ko tatano ki he owa ay ke hoko pa anga ko me ke mo mo te mo wi kai ala ko na Maya Angelou. God, do what you love to do. And Brenda, and I wanted to bring it to us over here. I'm not going to tell you, this what we're doing is a non-profit. Is we don't get paid from this, but it's
But we
because our
have
passion.
compassion about it.
Yes, exactly, and we're doing it our best, eh?
Yeah.
And I'm guarantee you a lot of people um, are not tired of us so far. So
No, they're not. And you know what? We've journeyed with this radio thing since a very long time, and we're not gonna let it go because it's in our blood, right? Right, Nene?
yes.
Mhm. And I gave all this computer stuff, not knowing that you're gonna put the world together in 1 mile apart.
Yes, yes. Not knowing that it will be so useful to get tiny make it out. Wow. Today I thought of Master Helu, and I,
Yes.
I kind of a little bit tears came out of me today, but because I thought of her today, and I said I felt a little bit lost today. I tell you that when I thought of her today, but I said to myself, I can't give up life yet because there's so much stuff for us to do. And Brenda and I uh, are given this taupepe I for pulu kita hoko atu, eh?
Yes. Yes.
But I thought of her today, so important ko fifine mau inga gwang ko whakakau ki ane nei, ai ngahi me alahi nei, na tau hao ke tau come together in 3 months, eh? Ki mua ke ne
Ako
mabahe atu,
o
eh?
si whaofa e
Koia,
ne tari mo e ne upolo kalama o someone ke tokoni ki ai.
koia.
Pea tau plug in pe, we did not wait. We did not talk. We just act on it.
Yes,
And we were
exactly.
iyo.
Exactly. I think because we were so ready in all aspect of life, eh?
Yes.
And then when we came together, we just act on it, hangi kolau, eh? But
Yes.
I'm so glad Peawia na lava anengai faham ko ini o fahoko hene ke mowi, eh?
Yes.
Whatever is left for us to do is just the legacy right there, eh?
Iyo. Pea ke ilo Emeline.
Kaya,
I kai pe ko hatoi lo ia e te hanga value hataha.
hataha.
O wheinga ki hatu unga whakataki mua. Ka kute ilo, she's gonna make it there.
Yes,
Ana e
yes,
si o pehea po ke taua. We're gonna make it with her to a point.
right.
And we did. I think everything o the hoko atu is everything she dreamed of doing and
Yes,
have done. But then
yes,
we brought the finesse, we
yes.
came in and just, smooth it out. Kako legacy is gonna stay on, stay on with us. Yes.
Ko Manatee, Brenda, I shared this with you this morning. The very first time I came to you, I said to you, Brenda, I'm gonna find something so you don't have to travel. and you don't have to do anything other than
Pagkage studio.
you don't have to
Your
stress with
office.
traffic. You don't have to do anything other than just sitting from the comfort of your home.
Yes.
But then when Mazda Hela came, we already talked about that plan. And then
Yes.
when she came over, we were so ready with that, and then
Yes.
we ran with it, eh?
Yes.
And then all
Yes.
of us were sitting from the comfort of our own home and running this thing, eh?
Yes.
Kagwe, it's not just one person's skill. It's like
No.
three of us, eh?
Yes. It
Eh,
takes that much. Que
Yes,
lava get that mold or melt.
right.
I
But
pick
at
the
the
gold.
same time,
Yes.
I believe because there was a God intervene in this whole thing, intervention, eh?
Yes. Yes.
Na ta osi ilo iko tope pa tau ilo ko tope na iai a whilawe e o tua mo whaunga koe ni e ngawe. Peka
Yes.
ngawe ko ni ko ha ngawe ha tangata. O ange ka lau koe na e malanga koe na ta whanong kia whare mata apule lomu. O whemai, ko ngawe o tua ia, o koe ki whemai o tua ha taha ke ni ngawe. God do it on his own
Oh,
way, his own timing, everything. We just have to be obedient and be a vessel. Can hang up and our act out though. But then
yes.
there's two things God wanted. Ola ki
Yes.
ke te hoko ko ni mama, pia fika wa ke te hoko ko loto
Loto ma.
loto ata, eh? And I believe we have those traits, eh?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
You know,
Yes.
eh, we have as a woman, as a leader, you have to have those traits, eh? E ka
Ko
pa ka te
page ke
mama
loto
we
ma. Page ni mama.
Koya,
Yes.
Koya,
Yes.
eh?
Absolutely.
And then you can see Gihongawe, it will be happy to tataki mekoto, eh? And we have 5 more minutes, Brenda, so maybe we can round up. But koi programa ya o e fini, pe mo programa e kai fini, ko tui pe ko ki ha e mawahe e fini, ko tui te kapate ya me te mo wako me ai, and come back and say something on Facebook to us, bring your ideas so we can prod it in. And if you want to be a guest, hey, welcome, come in, call us, let us know, eh? Let us know. Oh, I'm pretty sure, eh?
Yes, that's right. That's right. That's right. Be part of this beautiful team, and you'll never regret. Eh?
Yes,
You'll regret it. But
yes,
hopefully, the COVID will go away because this project in Tonga will be acted on as soon as.
ASAP, eh?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So, ko aprenda ko ngai ka ko whakamalo ate porkalama ko ia e whawhini malo mo si mea mai o whapeke mo ma o hai whiawhlele he ahoni mo mea.
Malo, Pekwa Emeline Fao Munite, go mo co-host here Fefini, but mo printa, mo mea, and have a good night. Uh, Maybe not yet because I lose my position on this one. Never mind, I got it.
Okay.
Mhm.
TWN, Tonga World News Radio Station.
Yep, that's it. We're just gonna end up with the Tonga News clip and little intro. But Ofa, to have a good night.
Good night.